my last rant about Kirk Cousins. You hear me? Yeah, I won't talk about Kirk Cousins no more after this. You hear me? Yeah, but these people that the analysts, the so-called experts, done piss me off, dog. Some of these sports people, you hear me? They done piss me off, homie. Heavy. Bottom line, you hear me? You know, you got people saying Kirk Cousins is the reason that the Vikings won't make the playoffs. You hear me? Let me say it again. You got people saying Kirk Cousins is the reason the Vikings won't make the playoffs, dog. Huh? See, that's the disrespect. And when I say this is my last rant really about Kirk, this really gonna be my last rant about Kirk, homie, because I'm gonna get real disrespectful, dog. Not only to Kirk, you hear me? But I'm gonna get real disrespectful, homie. Especially to Kirk, you hear me? Heavy, homie. Scolding in the building. What up, big dog? Yeah, I'm gonna get real disrespectful to Kirk, so I ain't gotta talk about him no more. You hear me? But long story short, you got people saying Kirk Cousins, man, is the reason the Vikings won't reach the playoffs. They can't make up for losing him, huh? They can't make up for losing Kirk Cousins like they've won with them, huh? Like they've won with them. So let me explain this to you, so-called whatever they're called. You hear me? Journalists, analysts, sports analysts, Kirk Cousins nut rodders, you hear me? I even saw big peanut head Charles Barkley on somewhere talking about, oh, Kirk, I'm tired of people talking about how much money you got. I bet you are, Charles Barkley. Yeah, that sounds good coming from you, Charles Barkley, being that you never won a championship either, homie. All you did was get Guapino from your team, homie. What you do? You in the same boat as Kirk, Charles Barkley. You talking about, oh, I'm tired of people saying you make too much. He did make too much. Peanut head, huh? Biscuit head. You hear me? Totally. Your last one about Kirk Cousins. You hear me? Charles Barkley. Yeah, I got to get on his head scolding him once and for all, dog. Once and for all, homie. I got to get on his head, but we talking about Jetta's next. We talking about Jetta's next, heavy, homie. But first, Kirk, man. First, yeah, Charles Barkley, you peanut head. You can relate to Kirk not winning and getting money. Relate to winning and getting the Guapino, dog. You hear me? So to all the analysis and sportscasters and people like Charles Barkley, dog. And to the ones who said the Vikings can't make the playoffs without Kirk, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What? They didn't make the playoffs with Kirk, huh? They didn't make the playoffs with Kirk, even with a good defense, you chumps. Yeah. Oh, y'all forgot? 2018, they didn't make the playoffs with Kirk Cousins, homie. You hear me? You hear me? Hu Yang in the building. What up, Hu Yang? You only make the playoff if that O-line and the quarterback is good enough. Shout out Hu Yang in the building. Hu Yang in the building early, man. Thank you, Hu Yang. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. You hear me? They didn't make the playoffs with Kirk, homie. They won one playoff game. One playoff game. You hear me? With Kirk Cousins. To you sports illustrators. Huh? Then I saw something, they talking about a PFF grade. Nobody care about PFF. Ain't nobody getting caught up in PFF, especially when it comes to Kirk Cousins. You hear me? We know who Kirk was or who Kirk ain't. You dig me? You get my drift? You gotta look at no PFF grade. Nobody care about no PFF grade, and it wasn't over 80 score grade, huh? Heavy. You hear me? They talking about the Vikings can't adjust, can't accommodate for losing Kirk. Talking about playoffs, man. You make the playoffs in the trenches, homie. It's a lot more spots need to be filled to the Vikings until the Vikings start talking playoffs. They need to build them trenches, dog. We talking about playoffs, huh? They're talking about playoffs. They ain't have nothing to do with Kirk, homie. What happened in the playoffs when they played the Giants, homie? Huh? 4th and 8, Kirk threw the ball, didn't even force it, and didn't even try to make a play, save the season, dog. Check down Kirk, man. Threw it to his tight end. You hear me? You think Minnesota Vikings fans, true Vikings fans, care or worried about Kirk Cousins being out the building? You think you can say to a true fan that Kirk is the reason the Vikings won't make the playoffs? Giving out erroneous information, huh? Kill that noise, man. Now the Vikings won't make the playoffs, maybe probably because of the cornerback room, huh? The O-line, the D-line, lack of the interior defense. You hear me? You're gonna say something. You're gonna say something, you analysts. Be real. Don't be cap. Don't be cap. Don't just talk out your ass. Huh? You in the chat, like it up, man. Like, comment, subscribe. That O-line sucked last year. Why the Vikings fell? Shout out Hu Yang. You hear me? At least talk truths. You know what I'm saying? Give a real reason. Don't say Kirk Cousins' name just because it's convenient to say the bum's name. Huh? Might care about Kirk Cousins, man. Being out the building, dog. All I gotta say is 4th and 8. All I gotta ever say is 4th and 8, homie. Every time. Why Kirk? Why 4th and 8? Shut the hell up. Get out my face, dog. For 4th and 8. You hear me? That's all I gotta say. That's all any Vikings fan gotta say, homie. But y'all want to sit and try to reach and talk about, oh, the Vikings is just too much. Kirk was just so good for the Vikings. They got a rookie quarterback. They got Sam Darnold. Guess what? I'm taking Sam Darnold over Kirk, homie. I'm taking Sam Darnold over Kirk Cousins, homie. You hear me? I'm taking J.J. McCarthy over Kirk. You hear me? The nerve of some of these analysts, dog, these journalists, these beat writers, huh? Say anything they damn well please. Huh? Anyway, anything they damn well please. I showed you that in my last video, dog. You got journalists using incorrect grammar and got the nerve to get on here and yap and type a story, huh? Type of story. You hear me? Football has always will forward to be a shout out Voice of Thunder in the building, Voice of Thunder in the building. Shout out Voice of Thunder. Heavy. Football has always and will for to be a team game. Teams win games and not one player. Shout out Voice of Thunder, man. Let's go, man. Shout out Voice of Thunder. Facts, homie. You hear me? Making up shit, man. Acting like Kirk is a one-man wrecking crew. Talking about Kirk as a one-man wrecking crew, homie. Nicholas Weiner, who is you, Nicholas? Who is you, homie? Ho, you the hoe. Your mama's a hoe. Heavy, homie. You hear me, Nicholas? Your mama's a hoe, boy. Heavy, man. You hear me? What up, Scolder? Tell him, Scolder. Tell him, Scolder. Tell him, Scolder. You know what it is. We know what it is. Here. Oh, my bad, Nicholas. My bad, Nicholas. I thought you came in capping. I thought you was a troll, Nicholas. My bad, Nicholas Weiner. I thought you was a troll, big dog. My bad, homie. I was finna get on your head top, homie. I was finna get on your head top, dog. Shout out Nicholas in the building, man. Shout out Nicholas in the building, man. Shout out, big dog. Much appreciated, man. I was finna get on your head top, Nicholas. Heavy, dog. All good, Nick. All good, Nick. Can I call you Nick? All good, big dog. It was a typo. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it, homie. But yeah, don't just say stuff, you beat writers. Kirk was never a one-man wrecking crew. You hear me? Kirk wasn't no Patrick Mahomes. He wasn't no Josh Allen. You hear me? He wasn't no Lamar Jackson, no Tom Brady. Huh? He wasn't even a motherfucking Drew Brees. You hear me? You dig me? You get my drift? He was no Peyton Manning. Kirk is who he is, homie. Kirk is who he is. A quitter, never a winner. A quitter, never a winner, homie. Huh? A quitter, never a winner, big dog. Big skull here, you hear me? A quitter, never a winner, dog. Kirk didn't do shit for the Vikings, homie. Huh? You know what Kirk did, huh? Hid behind his personality, his Christianity, his religion, his belief in Jesus, huh? Allegedly, huh? That's what Kirk did. Hide behind his family man image and still a check. Huh? Yeah. Never dared to be great, never took risk, never took no chances. Comfortable old Kirk. Everybody ride his nuts, huh? Yeah, that's what it was, what Kirk did. That's all Kirk did. Highway robbery, homie. he was playing a role, homie, playing a real character role, huh? He had on a disguise. Homie, you hear me? He had on a straight disguise, dog. Yeah, heavy. Straight disguise, dog. You dig me? You get my drift? That's what Kirk had, homie. Wearing a costume, dog. He portrayed being a family man, portrayed being a good guy. Talking about he'll take a hometown discount. He didn't take nothing, homie. He's a chump. He's a jive turkey, Jack. A jive turkey, Jack. You hear me? Clown, punk. You hear me? He didn't win nothing for the Vikings, homie. Remember that. Nothing. What you talking about, man? They got it twisted, man. You know how many years Vikings fans dealt with Kirk, huh? You hear me? Dealt with Kirk reverting back, going to his shell, clamming up when it's on the line, never winning a big game. How many years Vikings fans dealt with that, homie? Oh, y'all must have forgot, homie. Y'all must have forgot. Kirk's never been a true leader, dog. He's never been a captain, dog. He skated his way to big paydays, homie. That's it. Bottom line. Kirk ain't nobody you want running your team. In your huddle, leading the pack. Kirk showed exactly who he is, dog. Then he want to get on camera, act like he ain't know what's going on. It never was about the money. It never was about the money. It's what the money represents. What the hell does it represent, Kirk? What the hell does the money represent, Kirk? It's not about the money. It's what it represents. The fuck out of here, Kirk. Who you fooling, homie? Who you fooling, Kirk, huh? You may fool them. Can't fool me, homie. Can't fool true fans, dog. You may fool the ones who you got bamboozled, homie. You can't fool the real, dog. Look at this. Look at this piss poor shit in the background. Look at this piss poor shit in the background. You hear me? That's who Kirk was. That's who Kirk was for real. Huh? Kirk didn't win that playoff game. You hear me? Defense won that game. Huh? Defense won that game, homie. Heavy. You know? Kirk did shit like this, homie. His whole career. His whole career, dog. Not just with the Vikings. Huh? With the Commanders, you hear me? This ain't nothing new from Kirk, boy. You know who Kirk is, dog. Kirk never was great, homie. Never.